audio opera.
Adobo.
Ryan's sitting there, he's the chicken farmer, he's wearing ostrich boots, and he lives in the middle of nowhere.
That is quite an opener for the World Mental Health Summit.
Look at Ryan, he's a chicken farmer with his little ostrich boots. He lives in the middle of nowhere. Why wouldn't he just want to end it all?
Kick him while he's down, Harry.
And yet as a parent, he's somehow expected to navigate his way around social media.
Oh no, the stupid peasant has to use social media.
Preposterous! Ryan's got enough on his plate. Feeding the chickens, collecting the eggs, fixing his stupid scuffed up little ostrich boots, searching for meaning as he stares out into the void of the arid wasteland where he lives. Now you expect him to understand Instagram? Not a chance!
He's somehow expected to navigate his way around social media for his kids. So I think for us, for myself and my wife, again, with kids growing up in a digital age, for us the priority here is to, again, turn pain into purpose.
Ooh, turn pain into purpose. I like that. You could put that on a t-shirt. Some Harry and Meghan Archwell merch needs a symbol of some kind. Harry loves his animals, doesn't he? Turn pain into purpose. With the pain porpoise. There you go, there's your t-shirt. That's what I'd design for them if I was their manager. They should just lean into their ridiculousness. Far more lucrative.
And provide as much support as well as a spotlight and a platform.
A spotlight, platform, a choreographer, a band, backing singers. At Archwell we employ some pretty top-notch sound engineers.
Harry, we're just being figurative. We're talking about, a support network for these people with mental health issues.
Are we? Or are we putting on the best damn Christmas play these lunatics have ever seen?
For these parents to come together, to heal together, to grieve together, but also to collectively focus on...
Ugh, when even Meghan knows that you're talking out your ass.
A solution so that no other family anywhere has to go through what they've been through. It just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah. Meghan, what's your reaction to the last hour?
It may seem like an hour, but he's only been speaking for about 30 seconds. Who remembers the pain porpoise?
These are families whose stories you've known them for about a year, but if you just sat there as a mom, I wonder what was going through your mind.
Yeah, thank you for asking and also for being here with us.
Oh, I hate it when people say stuff like that. Thank you for being here. What does that mean? Then they always follow it up with a qualifier like, no, I really mean it. Do you? Don't insist so much then.
A year ago when we met some of the families, not all of them, at that time, it was impossible to not be in tears, as I'm sure so many of you have been today hearing these stories. You can hear the stories again and again and again. It's still going to have the same emotional impact because it's just that devastating.
See, that's what I mean about the qualifiers. You hear the stories again and again and again and again, and they still have the same emotional impact because they're just so devastating. Okay. No one said they weren't. The face of sheer devastation. Okay, so we've reached a crucial stage in this video, and what you need to bear in mind here, before we hear this next bit, is that Meghan has been asked the question, what was going through your head as a mother? What was going through your head when you were listening to all those parents telling those harrowing stories about their children with all the mental health problems? And I've listened to this 6 or 7 times now, and I can't make head nor tail of it. I'll give Meghan one thing. She seems to be saying a series of words that fit the context which she finds herself in, and the intonation seems to go up and down at the right places in the sentences so that a complete cretin might think she was actually saying something. In that sense, she is far superior to her husband, who can't even get that right. And we're going to get to Harry. If you thought the seal opera was good, bring on the pain porpoise. But first we've got 90 seconds of Meghan saying something.
And as parents, though our kids are really young, they're 2.5 and 4.5, but social media is not going away. And look, I think by design, there was an entry point that's supposed to be positive and creating community, and something has devolved. And there's no way to hear that and not try to help these families have their stories be heard. My husband and I often say, if there's going to be so much focus on what we're doing, then to try to focus on what we're focusing on, because their stories are what matter. And trying to safeguard so many other families from experiencing this level of pain. So for us, it's just, what is the solution? What can we do behind the scenes? What do we continue to do behind the scenes? How can we work with professionals and experts to really figure out, in knowing this is not going away, how do we make it safer, better, more positive, so that whether someone is losing a child or almost losing a child, those are some of the other stories we've heard, right? That, if a young girl's going on looking for healthy recipes, but an algorithm starts giving her nothing but inspiration and anorexia, and she's hospitalized as a result of that. There are so many twists and turns that can be avoided. So we're hoping to be part of that solution, all of us together as a community.
So yeah, that's what was going through Meghan's head.
And so, alas, we arrive at what is undoubtedly the most important contribution to this world mental sphere, or whatever it is. The pain porpoise himself, Prince Harry, gives his thoughts on something. Now, I need to set the scene for you a little bit. Bear with me. Harry is out to lunch. He's not there. He's checked out. He's slumped back in his chair. He's gazing at the floor and at his hands. He doesn't know where he is, I don't think, anymore. And to be fair, I understand. He's just listened to Meghan answer one of those kind of meaningless, open-ended questions. What do you think about the mental health? And she kind of wings it and whatever, but he had to sit there and listen to her winging it, saying a load of shit that didn't mean anything. And I've then edited out the next 8 or 9 minutes, which is some boring bastard surgeon who sat on the stage with them, who went on and on about mental health, and I don't even know what, because I couldn't even listen to the words that were coming out of his boring mouth. He's dressed as a pilot for some reason. Actually, on closer inspection, I think that's a Navy captain's uniform, isn't it, or something? I think you'll find, Daniel, that that's a Navy captain. All right, Captain Birdseye, sorry.
How can we become more of a collective and get on the same page? Maybe it's passing laws in this area. That idea, the idea that, where's the accountability in all this? Where are the tech companies? Why are they not making it more difficult? Where are they helping out? I wonder what your approach might be in the future to tackle some of these larger issues, as parents just seem so frustrated.
Now, this, to me, just shows, apart from the fact that we know Harry isn't the sharpest tool in the box, it's the arrogance that really bothers me. He's come here with his foundation and his wife to talk about the detrimental effects of social media on young people's mental health, right? The simplest question that you could expect to have a pre-prepared answer for is, what do you think we can do about it? What steps should we be taking? What policy could we perhaps implement? What can the social media companies do? What can parents do to try and avoid these pitfalls? And Harry's like, like a rabbit in headlights. It's insane. What are you doing there?
Well, first of all, I think there's a reason why there's no one else working in this space, because of the size and the power of these companies.
Ooh, all right, you're not fighting against Skynet, John Connor.
I think people are scared and feel helpless, and I think we understand that.
Meghan certainly looks scared and helpless.
But there's nothing wrong with these kids.
There's nothing wrong with these kids.
Look at Meghan's face. Who said there was anything wrong with the kids?
I know what you're all thinking. Freaks, each and every one of them. Well, no, there is nothing wrong with them.
Any one of us in this room to grow up with social media would probably definitely react the same way. And I think we need to get out of this idea that the young kids, there's something wrong with them. It's
Get that idea out of your head, guys, right? The little kids, there isn't something wrong with them. No, you got it all wrong.
It's the world that we're allowing to be created around them. Matthew and his team have 2,200 families looking for accountability.
Meghan's reactions to Harry throughout this whole event are, I think it really sums up what I've been saying for ages about these two. If you don't see the comedy in Harry and Meghan, it really is. It honestly is. And I'm not joking. It is. It really reminds me of Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. But I mean, on like a simpler level, the Pinky and the Brain, Laurel and Hardy. It's just, you've got a woman of average intelligence who is the dreamer. She is the schemer, she is the social climber, she's the one that sees them dominating the world, but she can't see past her own limits, right? She doesn't understand that she really isn't that good at anything, but she is so much better than the person she's got next to her that it just adds to her delusion. It's glorious. I love these two. Every time they make something, I can't find hatred for it. I don't have any hate for Harry and Meghan. I just love watching them. They're brilliant.
And that is approximately 10% of what we believe exists out there. As the doctor says, we're already way behind actually solving the problem. But
remember, Harry is answering the question, what should be done about the fact that social media can have negative effects on young people's mental health.
The one thing that always stands out for me is, yes, these platforms are addictive. I think we all accept that and agree. But as someone who works within those companies, as someone who designs them especially, because obviously they're not going away, new ones are going to be created, then do not send, or stop, please stop sending children content that you wouldn't want your own children to see.
So no real insight or even thought into what tech companies could do to further their policies to safeguard children's mental health, or what governments could do, or what parents could do, or nothing like that. No. What Harry's strategy is, and I'll give it to him, he's a maverick. He says the people who design apps for social media or work within social media, please don't send that stuff. You know, that kid's idea is so crazy it might actually work.
And I think it's a very simple request, and it's an easy fix.
Yeah, it's such an easy fix, boy. I bet Musk and Zuckerberg's faces are red right now. I bet they were straight on the phone to their chief engineers. Prince Harry said, please, if you could stop the bad content getting to the young people, it's affecting their mental health, okay? Actually, sir, we have existing policies in place. We have thousands of people working all hours of the night, all over the world, filtering through content. Prince Harry said, please, make it so.
But again, as the dads up here said, well, it's all about the bottom line.
Right.
But if the shareholders of these companies can accept that they're going to get a little less profit out of it to make it a safe space, then that would stop the suffering.
You're a goddamn genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160.
Well, this video's already very long and it's very late, so there's plenty more to discuss. I'm going to make a second part to this video, but only if I get 20,000 likes. No, I don't know. Give this a thumbs up, share it everywhere, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.